Lesson 29, Vocabulary. The first word is search. Let's look at the sentence. It is fun to search for buried treasure. You never know what you will find. So looking at the word search in the sentence, you're looking for something. You're looking for that buried treasure. So search means that you look carefully for a person or a thing. Search. Number 2, contained. This old box contained jewels, coins, and other treasures. So we see that there are things inside of the box. So contained means that it is held or kept inside. Contained. Startled. The diver was startled to find treasure at the bottom of the ocean. It would be something unexpected. So when a person is startled, when he or she is shocked or surprised by something that happens suddenly. Odd. Do you think it is odd or strange to look for buried treasure? So right in the sentence it gives us the definition of odd, which means strange. Something odd is strange or unusual. Leaned. The woman leaned over to get a better view of the whale near the ship. So you can see the woman leaning her body out over the side of the ship. So when you lean in a direction, you bend your body in that direction. Leaned. Tossed. They tossed the supplies into the trunk to pack for their vacation. Tossed means to throw something lightly. Grateful. The museum was very grateful or thankful to get the old statues. Once again, the definition of grateful is right in the sentence. When you're grateful for something good that has happened, you feel pleased and thankful. And our final vocabulary word is village. This village is near the ocean. People find coins buried on the beach. A village is a group of houses and buildings in the country or area. You can see the village in the picture. Today's read aloud is called A Lesson in Happiness. As I read, please look for the words in the list and listen to see if you can figure out what these words mean in the context of the sentences. So let's read our words together first. We have tossed, odd, contained, startled, leaned, search, grateful, and our final word at the bottom is village. A lesson in happiness. There was once a beautiful princess named Ela. The king loved his daughter so much that he became terrified she would feel sad. He made a giant wall around the palace. He had everything ugly or old or sick tossed out of the palace. All the animals that looked odd were sent away. All the trees that did not bear fruit were cut down. Ela grew up in a place that contained only perfect things. One day when she was riding her perfect white horse, Ela was startled by a boy in her path. This boy was not like anyone she had ever seen. He was thin and dressed in old rags. She felt a bit frightened. She leaned forward in her saddle to look at him. "Who are you?" she asked. "I'm lost," he replied. "I entered the kingdom through a hole in the wall and I can't find my way back home." The princess felt sorry for the boy and helped him search for a way home. Together they found the hole. The boy was very grateful for her kindness. "Thank you," he said. "I want you to show me your home," she said. The boy took her to his village outside the walls. The princess saw many sad things. She saw people who were sick, old, and poor. She saw shabby houses. She also saw people taking care of the sick and old. She saw children who loved their animals even though they were not perfect. Seeing the families inside the houses laughing together made her feel happier than she had been in a long time. Ela went straight back to the palace to talk to her father. She told him about all she had seen. The king saw his daughter's tears and realized his mistake. He understood that to know happiness, one needs to also know sadness. The next day, workers started to tear down the walls around the palace. The king then allowed things that weren't perfect into the palace area. Ela loved all living things, perfect or not, and the king realized that even grown-ups need to learn lessons too. So what was the problem? Or what problem is the king trying to solve by building the wall around the palace? The king loved his daughter and did not ever want her to be sad, so that is why he tried to make her world perfect. How does Princess Ela become aware that things can be old or sick? Remember, inside the palace walls, everything was perfect. She realized that the world was not perfect when she went to the boy's village with him. What is the setting of the story and who are the main characters? The setting begins at the royal palace, where Princess Ela and her father, the king, live, and then later she leaves the palace walls and the setting changes to the young boy's village. What lesson do Princess Ela and the king learn in the story? They learn that to know happiness, a person also needs to know sadness. You can never appreciate happiness until you've seen sadness.